Hey, it is that time again. It is drinks with Dee Dee.
And John.
That's me. Love you, baby.
Love you. All right.
Don't. We do that because that's how James West always moves in. Pardon me, it's going to freak you out. He says hello, and then he moves in for the kiss. He goes like that.
Yes.
Anyhow,
funny.
we're here in glorious Madison, Indiana. That is an what would you say, 1870 or so, brick wall. The tap room just fired up their grill, I can tell. It's hard not to be hungry when oh, Lord, it's hard not to be hungry.
Well, we've got restaurants on both sides of us.
We got Joe's Place over there.
Rivertown Grill.
We've got the tap room right there. Couple of doors.
Off-Broadway tap room.
Off-Broadway tap room. Couple of doors from there. Blocks. Block and a half. Red on Main. Little past that, we got Mad Love. We also have Shipley's, which if you saw the movie Madison, they ate in Shipley's, right? The most amazing pork tenderloin. I don't know how they get the taste out of it. I don't mean out of it. I don't know how they get it to taste so.
It's very much a Hoosier thing, an Indiana thing.
Yeah, but it's a little. It's skinny, and you look at it and go, okay, well, not going to be a lot. But you take a bite, and it's like holy, like the. I love the soup we just had at Mad Love, which was a Italian
chicken gnocchi.
That's right. Gnocchi. How do you?
Gnocchi.
Yeah, what a chicken gnocchi soup, and then we had some great stuff just yesterday at Red on Main. What was that great thing we had at Red on Main?
That was so good. It was like a broccoli cheese, but it wasn't like
broccoli
baked.
Cheese bacon potato.
It was kind of soup. It had a broth, and I was surprised because it was sort of but it was really good. They do a great soup.
Looked like it was going to, look like gravy, but no, it wasn't. It was terrific. And then we have, where did we go last night? We go a lot of places in town we'd like support. Of course, we go to Hinkle's and get breakfast a lot of the time. We go up on the hill to Clifty Falls State Park. They have a hotel up there.
If you're ever in Madison, you have to do that. You got to go to Clifty Falls. It's a beautiful state park. And if you go to the inn and you have a meal, you can see all of Madison.
Yeah.
It overlooks the entire city. It's really beautiful.
You can see here from there.
But like last night, we also had a beautiful view.
At the Marriott. But it's not called a Marriott. It's a Marriott Bon Jovi. Marriott Bon Jovi.
Bonvoy.
That's the same thing.
That's like their club. That's like Bonvoy is like Hilton Diamond.
But it's great. They have a lobby bar restaurant there where
it used to be a cotton mill.
And I think we're bourbon drinkers, and I think they may have the most bourbon in town.
Yeah, they have so much.
So many different bourbons. And what did we get there? We got a spinach
flatbread.
Oh, we got a flatbread. I don't know why it's not just pizza. I don't know what the difference is. It's flatbread.
Yeah, because it's like a sort of like
it's not a circle
oval loaf of bread instead of a gigantic.
But it's still flat. It's still like a pizza.
I know, but it's smaller. So if you get a flatbread, you know you're going to get small. If you're going to get a pizza, small, medium, or large is going to usually be a circle, unless it's Sicilian, and then it's square. I know that's way too much about pizza.
And calzone is just pizza folded over, right?
Pretty much.
Kind of putting that oven. But now we also have to give some love.
Hungry.
Love to the restaurants up on the hill, or at least to the one we went to, which was the first restaurant I went to in Madison. Harry's. Right up there on whatever that Clifty Drive. Isn't that Clifty Drive?
I think so.
Right up there on Clifty Drive. That's up the hill. We were there the other day.
In Madison, you're downtown there. You're up on the hill.
We had something there, and the Mexican restaurant up there. There's 2 Mexican restaurants up there.
No, there are like 4 in town. I'm not
kidding. But we've only really been to the 2. We went to the
Diego's,
that one.
Mi Viejo.
Yeah, we were at Mi Viejo the other day.
But there were 2 more.
And we went to. That's right. And then we went to Mi Viejo, which is right next to Bear's Furniture.
Where we got this stuff.
Where we got this furniture. So we like support our town.
We try to go local as much as we can, and we had something pop up where we didn't think we'd be able to. John is wanting to cut us on the studio, and the studio in Madison is being redone. It's being redone.
And it's right there. I can see it. Yeah. I can see it from here.
It is going to be really great when it's done, but right now it's
it ain't so done right now.
So I put out on Facebook, I said, look, is there a studio nearby? And I'm telling you, thank you so much. We received so many studios. I didn't know that
Right. We're going
people
one.
made so much music. But where are we going, honey?
We're going to the junior high, actually.
Jerry
And
Navarro.
Jerry Navarro is up there, and he is
Quite a musician.
amazing musician. But we heard about him through Big Kenny from Big and Rich, and he was bragging about this junior high music program run by this amazing musician, and that's Jerry. And we're going to see him later on today. Going to bring him some stems. I don't know why they call them stems. We used to just call them tracks. And I'm going to sing 2 songs to them. One of them, I've been doing it. You've probably heard the song by now. I've been doing it just on my phone. And while I think that's daring and admirable, it's not so bright. You know, there's a lot of, there's no reverb. It's just a dry on my phone vocal. And there's probably some way where I can affect that in some better way. But we're going to go, support the local studio here as well, the studios as well. And the first song I'm going to do is called "We're Pro Ice," and it's a song I wrote in dishonor of Zach Bryan. It just kind of is, because he was blasting really, really. I mean, it's okay to have an opinion, certainly, absolutely. But he was really blasting Ice and saying, it's not that I've never sworn. I swear sometimes, but this not in my music. Well, no, you know what? I take that back. I had a song a while ago I wish I never put out, but he was blasting the police and calling them these terrible things and blasting Ice. So one of the verses is, these folks have kids, families, and mortgages too. They're a lot like me, even if they're not a lot like you. They're trying to do the right thing to keep our country strong. They're risking their lives, while you fill your songs with words of hate that don't belong. So let's set the record straight. Zach, it's way too late. Cancel your date. Stick a fork in tomorrow. It's over. I think that's clever.
Well, and I did bring up, I'm like, look, since it's at the junior high school, maybe because we're way to the right, obviously, and it's political.
I'm amazed we're even in this frame right now.
Dun-dun-dun. So, but the fact of the matter is Charlie's Words, which is an amazing song that John cut. And there were 2 people in the band that don't agree. I mean, they're liberal, but they're like, hey, it's a job. So I think it teaches.
Well, it's a job, and we're a group.
And but a studio is going to be professional. It's professional. I mean, unless you're, saying racist things or you're, being a bigot or something really terrible, it's First Amendment. You should be able to sing and do whatever you like, and people can listen to it.
And it's creativity. It's creativity. It is art. Now, I was shocked yesterday. I saw, unless I read it wrong, but I don't think I did, a movie star, now TV star, who came out in favor. He was saying that Bad Bunny's demand that people learn Spanish before the Super Bowl, and this is a guy that said he was never coming to the United States because of ICE. Now, of course, he is coming to the United States, and he's the halftime Super Bowl show. But this movie star, now TV star, was saying that was absolutely art. I don't get it. I mean,
I personally think, look,
I don't understand
all languages are beautiful. That's great. But, we're
sure, and I wish I knew Spanish.
We're in the United States of America, and weirdly, English is not the official language. I believe there's a push to do that. I think there should be a push to do that.
English is not the official language? Do we not have an official language?
I think that's crazy.
That's insane.
And maybe it's changed since before. I'm like, how is English not the official language? Well, it's a melting pot. I get that. But look, if I go to Spain, I'm learning Spanish. And, if I go to France, I'm going to learn French because that's what you do. If you're going to be a guest in someone else's country, assimilate.
Hell, I sang at a Mexican restaurant in San Antonio, and I learned Spanish. Well, I didn't learn Spanish, but I learned the songs in Spanish, so I could honor their language and honor their customs. I didn't say I'm coming into the restaurant. And if you don't speak English, you're going to have to learn how before I get there,
really
mofo. What the hell is that? I mean, seriously, come on. So I'm going to move the camera in a little closer so I can be more comfortable.
Big American tradition, the Super Bowl. And it's like, well, too bad. If you want to understand a word, you learn Spanish. Guess what?
No.
Mr. Bunny, that's bad. And I'm not learning Spanish. It's a beautiful language. I took 4 years of Latin in high school. That's enough. So I can.
You could do the halftime show in Latin.
It's a dead language. But I will understand at least something in almost every language. Yeah. So there you go. But anyway, before we talk about anything else, I would love to.
Well, that is my second song, by the way. Let me just tell them my second song.
Or even their third.
Is well, we're going to sing them. I'm going to sing them later today or tomorrow. Mm-hmm. My second song is I was going to go to the Super Bowl, but I'm not going anymore. So I wrote a protest song. I guess that's what I am now. I'm a protest songwriter. So I'm going to cut that one as well.
No, you're a pro-American writer.
Yes.
This is all pro-American.
Okay, I like that.
Pro-patriotic.
Like so those are two songs. One is about we're pro-ICE. We are pro-ICE. And if you're not, that's okay.
It's pro-law enforcement.
Yeah, we're pro-law enforcement. And if you're not, good luck with that. Really, good luck with that. And it's a song about the halftime show at the Super Bowl. You really think you're going to get us up? Play me one song that this dude's got. You really think we're going to, I can't remember how it goes, but we're going to sing along with some dude in a thong? Buddy, you were wrong.
Or a dress.
It ain't going to happen. Well, on a dress. And I said, not even Daisy wore a dress. Mm-hmm. So I do go a little Dukes.
It's a good,
it's a good song. But he really made it even worse by saying he's not coming to the United States. And now because there's a job that pays well, all of a sudden he's coming to the United States and demanding we learn Spanish.
But my understanding is he's Puerto Rican, and Puerto Rico is an American territory. So we'll at least put that out there. But it really should be in English. And why be so mean-spirited about it? You can say we are, but I feel like if we're pro-American and patriotic, that's the way we're supposed to be. There's nothing good about that, and there's nothing wrong about that. And if you think so, you don't have to be here.
And do a song. It's great. Do a song in Spanish. Why not?
Fine,
but don't demand that.
Halftime and say you learn Spanish so you can understand. It's not the other way around.
I'm not sure why I would want to understand. I think there is a big move to have another halftime show.
Yeah, Turning Point.
We may do but I keep reading that. I don't know if that's true.
Well,
we could do a halftime show.
Yeah, we can do it right here on our porch.
We just do a live halftime show.
Absolutely.
At the Super Bowl, right? I said I think I'm going to watch reruns instead. Like the Dukes of Hazzard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
Anyhow, okay, enough of all that, I suppose.
Because I feel like we need to do the hat giveaway earlier in the show. So
can I raise it up? Can I?
Yes.
You talk about
it. Hat.
This is a great hat.
This is the time of year when you get a lot of felt hats, and it's so pretty. I love all my hats. But I do
say goodbye to your hat.
I do enjoy giving them away. We go to the post office, box them up. Here and there, people don't respond, like they don't claim their prize, but they usually do.
This is a very Downton Abbey hat.
It is. And we've been watching Downton Abbey, so I think that may have influenced my hat choice. And I love this hat. It's so cute. It really is. But
thank you, Brother Bob, for turning me on to Downton Abbey so I could turn Dee Dee on to Downton Abbey. Mm-hmm. What's the question?
So the question, I really love the question this week.
I just washed my hair and I can't do a thing with it.
What state?
Nope, doesn't work for me.
What state? There's only one state that doesn't have a rectangle flag. One.
Here.
And if you're from that state, you're going to know this right away.
What was the answer to last week's question, by the way?
The most populated state, that's California.
California. Okay. All right.
All the golden California.
Set up back in the middle of Beverly Hills in somebody else's name. Thank you, Larry, Steve, and Rudy. That's the Gatlin brothers, of course. Not to be confused with the Gatlin boys who came in the coward of the county. That wasn't them. So what is your question? I'm sorry.
There's only one state that does not have a rectangle flag. Flag shaped as a rectangle. It looks like a pennant. It's really it's called a burgie, like B.
It looks like a pennant?
It does.
Pennant.
Like go Harvard, go Hanover, go Indiana University. Those pennants. But it's really called a burgee. It's Burgee, and it's nautical. So not that it means that it's a nautical flag for a state, because the state's not on the coast. I will give you that clue.
Ooh.
But it is the only flag that is not the shape of a rectangle. And it's a great state, by the way. So they all are in their own way. But yeah, I love it. I love flags. And I love the Indiana state flag. It's really pretty. It's got 19 stars on it. But this one is unique. There's only one like it. Only one flag
that's great.
Not shaped like a rectangle. So there you go. Let us know.
There we go. And you will get that. You will get this hat.
Whoever answers first correctly will win this beautiful.
And be an honorary Grantham.
Yes, it's a Downton Abbey.
Lord Grantham. Mm-hmm. We were wondering last night if it seems like I remember. Oh, we saw. Straighten this out.
I'm going to put this away because I'm.
All right. Yeah, we don't want to get it hurt. We saw an amazing movie documentary yesterday called "I Like Me," about the incomparable John Candy. And if you can, I would watch it. I thought it was really wonderful. I had the opportunity. Well, watch you got half your face in there, love. I had the opportunity to work with John in a movie years ago called Speed Zone, which was a kind of a I think the second or third sequel to Cannonball Run, and I worked with him one day, and the thing I remembered about him was he was truly a gentle giant, and made everybody. He wasn't like a jokester. He wasn't like Robin Williams that made you laugh and scratch your head. He just made you feel comfortable. There was something very comforting about John Candy, and he was big. He was like 6'5".
What's your favorite movie?
I like Uncle Buck.
I do too.
Yep. I mean, I love Planes, Trains, and Automobiles, but Uncle Buck was so terrific. But
which movie is this? Sorry, Phillips Park's closed.
Oh.
Da-na-na-na-na-na.
Is that Lampoon?
Holiday Row. Oh, yeah, Vacation.
Yeah, and we learned on the documentary that they
changed the ending.
They shot that, gave him the ending of it because apparently the.
Or they weren't happy with the ending, but then John Candy.
It needed heart, which is interesting.
He put him on the roller coaster, and it was so cute how they're all like, because most of us on a roller coaster are not going to keep our composure. And none of them did. John Candy didn't. I love roller coasters. I've been trying to get John to go to Kings Island. The season's different now. I don't even know if they're open anymore, but he doesn't like roller coasters, not really. But do you like
Okay, I mean, I'll ride them once. My problem with roller coasters is back in 1976.
That was a long time ago.
I know. I did a commercial for Fava Cloud Climbers. They're puffed with little clouds of foam, so they're soft all over. There were shoes. I was the boyfriend. And we were on the Scream Machine at Six Flags over Georgia, and the girl who had all the lines had to say that these are Fava Cloud Climbers. They're puffed with little clouds of foam, so they're soft all over. And then the roller coaster pulls away. Well, they had no ability to back the thing up, so every time she did it, we had to ride the whole Scream Machine and then come back. No, it was fun after about maybe the first 3 were fun, but we did like 17. And I was so ready to throw her out of that roller coaster.
This is the
and she wasn't messing up. It was just the director, let me have it a little more like. I said, get in this thing. That was 2 years before Dukes. That's the same year I climbed the fence and got into Smoking the Bandit. But
this we go to Kings Island and ride the Beast. I think it's still the biggest wooden roller coaster in the world.
This was a wooden roller coaster.
Oh, I love it. I love the Beast. And then there's also I
love the Hulk at Universal in Florida. The Hulk, they don't take you to the top of the hill and then down. It's like you think you're doing that, and then it just goes boom. And I like the one. What's the one at Disney where they play Aerosmith?
Space Mountain.
No, that's okay. When I was a kid, I loved that, but
I think
but then I saw Through a Glass Darkly.
It's so funny how some people, the teacup ride in the ship, they can't do it. They can do everything else, but
the teacups are a problem for me. But it stems from not only the Scream Machine that time, but I was playing like Worlds of Fun or something in the 80s, and the park wasn't open yet. So the band and I went on something called Jacob's Ladder, I think, which is a space, with a pirate ship. But there's one pirate ship that does this, but this one do, did this. So you stayed flat while you did it, and it just messed up something in
I love that.
my equilibrium. Because then when my kids were small, I tried to do the teacups at Disney World, and I was one of those parents. I was like, oh, get me off this thing. Because, kids are spin, spin, spin. I'm like, oh, my God. Oh, breaking news. What's breaking news?
I don't know. We get a lot of breaking news.
We had a lot of breaking news in this morning.
I don't know.
I'm going to, you mind if I talk about when I came upstairs this morning and you were rah, 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 rah.
No.
So something apparently is happening in New York with some part of the young Republicans. Okay. And Dee Dee was the national chairman of the Young Republicans. So she knows of what she speaks. And tell us all why you were so upset with this morning.
Yeah, well, when young Republicans are trending, and I mean trending nationally, like I always see what's trending, and they're like number 5, and that's not good because apparently in private texts, they were saying really terrible things. Now remember, this is a few. It's not the entire country. It's a few, and the things were really terrible. I'm not going to get into what it is because it's just really not worth repeating. I would not repeat it. It's just not cool. But they were private text. Doesn't mean it's any better. But what I'm not happy about is the fact that some states are, well, we're just going to decharter. Well, why would you decharter in another state? Even in New York, if you have a few morons, bozos, or people that are just in the wrong, in your opinion, certainly in my opinion, why would you decharter and let the group perhaps
what does that mean? What does that mean, decharter?
That means, like, there's another state. I won't say what state. There is another state, and then there's a New York mayhem follow. And the gal I was talking to is a dear friend of mine, and she's a New York YR. And I'm like, well, why would you decharter? Because of these people. That's like a small percentage. They're very wrong, but they're not you. Why don't you stand up for the group and say, this is not what we represent? Because it's not. You always have a few bad eggs.
Right.
So this is bad. They should apologize. They should say we were wrong. We didn't do this with the permission. We didn't do this with an acknowledgement of the group. But I think we've all been parts of groups where you get like a bad person, right? Or you get bad people, or people just say things that they shouldn't. And this is definitely that case. And apparently it's supposed to get worse. So they're like kind of girding their loins and they're thinking, well, let's just retreat. I don't think you should retreat. I think you say that's not what this group is all about. They're in the wrong. We're calling them out for being in the wrong. They were private tax. Then you have some Democrats saying, oh, it's a mess. But I'm just saying, one bad apple don't do.
Don't spoil the whole bunch, girl.
No.
I don't care what they say. I don't.
It's more than one bad apple. It's a few. But it's not the entire country. It's not the group. So, yeah. So, it's unfortunate. We'll see what happens. But I was like, oh, young Republicans are trending. And I was pretty sure.
It wasn't a good thing.
Well, I mean, unfortunately to trend, it's usually controversial. And this certainly is. So, anyway, I hope that all gets worked out. I don't want the group to not prevail because of a group of folks that are saying bad things. I mean, really bad things.
How did somebody get a hold of private text?
Someone linked it. I mean, it's still wrong. Even though it's private, it's still wrong. But it doesn't mean everybody else feels that way. In fact, everybody should say, hey, we don't feel this way. We don't want anything to do with these people. Or they should apologize or whatever. But many times we are all in groups, clubs or school groups or whatever, or even municipal government. Where we don't agree, or people say bad things, or they call names. Or
that's why on news and things, especially talk shows, they used to. I don't know. Do they still say the views and opinions of the hosts are not necessarily the views and opinions of the company, of the mothership?
Yeah, I mean, for me, I think just all the other YRs need to say, hey, we don't agree with this, and that's done. Don't decharter, don't retreat. But whatever, that's. Everybody handles things differently. I would just stand up and say, I do not agree with this. This is what we really stand for. We elected President Trump. We love J.D. Vance. And we don't agree with these people. And that's it. But no, we've got some that are just cutting and running and they want to do charter. I don't get it. But but to be fair, I don't know everything, but I know enough. And was leader of the group, so I don't want to see it be damaged or go away. So yeah.
Speaking of President Trump, what an amazing thing has happened. Uh, Peace in the Middle East. And I saw a funny thing. A friend of mine, doctor friend of mine, sent something that says, district judge rules that Trump has no authority to bring peace to the Middle East. Of course, that's what they would say. So talk about what President Trump just did. I think it's just amazing. It's phenomenal.
To talk about my dress.
Well, let's talk about your dress.
And then we'll talk about...
Enough about me. Let's talk about you. How do you like my shirt?
Well, the reason I'm bringing it up is because I wore this dress at John's concert this weekend, and somebody said, Dee Dee's skirt looks satanic. And it's really a dress, but I had like something over it, so it looked like it was just a skirt. It's got Frankenstein, which is a wonderful Mary Shelley novel, and the werewolf and Dracula and the mummy. Well, big whoop. It's a Comic-Con. It was bought at a Comic-Con.
It's called the Mash. It's called the Monster Mash. The Monster Mash. And it's a graveyard smash. It's called the Mash. You'll catch on in a flash. It's called the Mash. It's called the Monster Mash. Wow.
We like Halloween. We like the old monster movies, and it's fun. And this was at a Comic-Con, so we got it. We thought it was cute. And Dee Dee's skirt looks really Frankenstein's satanic. Guess what? Frankenstein didn't exist. It's a story. It's fiction. So anyway, but I love all those movies, and I'd wear this every day if I could.
And we saw.
But I won't, because I wear a variety of hats. Oh, and by the way, my hat too has a story. A gal in Madison made this for me. Remember
for our wedding party?
Yeah, no, that's a different.
Oh no, that's the other orange, the really orange.
That's hat. Ellie Troutman, who will style us sometimes. She's our stylist. And she made us both really wonderful hats. She didn't make them, but it was some gal in Nashville.
She's your stylist. Don't blame me on her. That's not fair to her.
Those are really great hats, but this is
different. You put John's clothes.
This is a gal. This is a gal who, honey, this running the show.
That's not.
This is a gal on Red. We went into the restaurant, Red on Main, and she just gave me this hat. And that leads me to this weekend again where this other gal crocheted. And
that was a great beanie.
I'm going to wear that too. But today I wanted to wear this because a little bit of sun. And the beret is absolutely gorgeous. So are we good?
Yep, we're good. Thank you, Tony.
So the beret is absolutely gorgeous. I love this too. A lot of detail for this. And the Ellie hats. And not only that, I wore the hat that Ellie gave me, the light blue one yesterday. So anyway, I love hats. I appreciate the fact.
Do you love hats?
I do. The people will give them to me and make them for me and you. And so now that's why we have a hat giveaway every show, because we want to share. So we are.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Ooh, that's a good name for a hat store.
It is.
In case you want to get rid of any more of them.
Every week, honey.
Absolutely. I got this hat at Promontory Point.
I love that hat.
Yeah, I like it. I kind of feel like Indiana Jones cowboy. So this weekend we're going to have a lot of fun going to
first Albany, Kentucky.
Albany, Kentucky, and then Livingston, Tennessee.
But first in Albany, we're going to play golf, and we're going to meet up with Aaron Tippett.
Great guy. Has a winery, by the way. Aaron Tippett has a winery. I don't know. Just look him up and put wine in there, and you'll find his winery. Wonderful guy. I haven't seen Aaron. You've probably never met Aaron.
I've never met Aaron, but when I do remember about him, and say he bought a minivan in Hazard, and we bought a Raptor. So I might.
Oh, that's right.
I might tease him about that a little bit. Oh, you got a minivan in Hazard.
Hey, now. You're a rock star. Put your game on. Go play.
And we bought a Raptor.
You know, I had a time in my life when I needed
that glitters is gold. Is that the word? I never know all the words, but I know the notes like that. I remember the notes. I remember the music, but the words I forget. Hey, now, you're a rock star.
Put your game on. Go play. I had
I needed a minivan.
I had
I'm not. I was
minivans are great. You know who made minivans cool?
Nobody.
No. Minivans were very cool for a little while because of John Travolta in Get Shorty.
No, they're
He
not
drove
cool.
a minivan.
I don't care.
But that's
what
because
you
you've
say,
never
they're not
had
cool.
you've never had a passel of children that you had to deal with.
No.
I've had a passel of children, and I remember here's one of the biggest vehicular mistakes I ever made. We had a Chrysler Town and Country, which is kind of like the white
Lord, it's even worse.
Excursion. Not
It's not
Excursion.
even a Ford. It's a Chrysler minivan.
Hey, I like Chrysler, but it was the what is the car we have that needs new tires?
The Explorer.
Okay, so it's like the Explorer
Oh,
version.
by the way, it's ready.
The Platinum, it was like really nice.
Yeah, the Platinum is like got all the gadgets and everything, so we've really had very good luck with that.
Are you done with what I'm saying?
You're still trying to brag on a Chrysler.
I am.
Minivan?
No, I'm telling you, this big mistake I made. So
getting the Chrysler minivan.
No, it was kind of like having an Escalade. It was great. It was a great thing. But at that point, minivans only had the sliding door on one side, on the passenger side. There wasn't a door on both sides yet. So Chrysler came out with a van that had, I think they were the first ones, had a door on both sides. I had to get it because it was just going to be much easier to get that. So I did, but I didn't check. It had those two doors, but it had no bells and whistles at all. I mean, it did have air conditioning.
Oh, nice.
But you had to roll up the windows.
Luxury.
You had to roll up the windows with the, like the
air
old days. No, there was no button to roll up the windows. You had to roll it up with a handle. And I tell you what, I think there's some people that are still angry about that. And it was periwinkle blue, like a can of Mr. Pibb.
God.
So it went from a really, really nice, every bell, every whistle you could imagine, Chrysler Town and Country, to this periwinkle blue thing with roll-up windows. I was not very popular. Just saying.
You know, I love kids, but I do like to
kids. I don't know what's wrong with these kids.
I do like to give them back. I like to be that like kind of adopted aunt. That I'll give them anything they want. I don't care. As long as there's no blood, we're good.
As long as their names are Hansel and Gretel.
The most popular babysitter in the world because I let them do anything they wanted. I said, but you know what? If you're not in bed, whenever mom and dad roll up, and if
those lights come up the driveway, you go pretend to be asleep.
Yeah, and if you don't, I'm not coming back. No, we want you to come back. You're the best because I let them do whatever they wanted. I let them eat whatever they wanted, and I let them stay up the whole time. You know, and so they done that.
That's terrible.
I don't care.
It contributed to the delinquency.
I was not a mother.
And entitlement.
I was a fun babysitter. I always had a job.
Let's talk about the Middle East for a minute. So, President Trump promises to deal with all of that, the hostages, the war, everything. He promises to deal with Hamas, to deal with all of it. And it took longer, you know, we will absolutely say, because he said, I'll have that done before I get into the White House, before I sit down for the first time. Well, no, that isn't. It was more difficult than he thought, but he did it. He did it, and even Hillary Clinton came in and applauded what he did with Hamas in the Middle East. And then who comes in right on the heels, and what sort of the leftist propaganda now is saying, well, you know, it was Joe Biden that did all this. Trump didn't do anything. He just finished the deal. Give me an ever-loving break. Do you remember what happened in Afghanistan? You know, you folks, and you're not watching this, I'm quite sure, but if you know people who are saying that sort of thing, do you not pay attention to what's going on in the world? Do you think we're all too busy, I don't know, watching Netflix to pay attention to what's going on in the world? I mean, we saw what happened as soon as President Trump said, look, I saw a great political cartoon the other day. Joe Biden said, or Obama said, we want to, you know, we're going to do bad things. We're going to keep killing people. And then we want to free the hostage. We're going to keep killing people. Or we're going to start blowing up stuff. And President Trump said, we're going to start blowing up stuff. And they said, let's negotiate. So they weren't negotiating with Joe Biden. Who in the world do you think you're fooling? They weren't negotiating with these people.
What Ted Cruz just said today was that, and a lot of people think this, that it was real Obama ran the Biden White House, and that Ted Cruz just said it. I think
absolutely.
This morning. I mean, who knows? But that's what Ted Cruz said.
Well, allegedly, and
always allegedly.
Everything points to Biden's first term as president was Biden's third term as president. I don't see much to argue with that. I really don't. Because other presidents who were no longer president kind of went away. They went on a book tour. They went on speaking engagements.
That's what they're supposed to
But
do.
he lived, what, 4 miles from the White House? He was extremely accessible. Why? Why do you think? Why do you think? And I do believe we are going to prove, I think he may have, unless it's treason, which I think it is, he may have, what is it? They call it presidential immunity?
It would be tough. And to be fair, I would not like to see a president
jailed.
No, I would not. I don't know. Call me old-fashioned on that one, but I'd rather be like, okay, you're out. You're out, Tom. But to be put in jail, no. I don't like to see that. You know, and they impeached the president twice, President Trump, and he survived.
I would like to see, because they put our president,
assassinate him.
They put our president in way of mugshots.
They did terrible.
So no, that's the only point on which we disagree. I would love to see a couple of our ex-presidents in jail.
Well, it's not going to happen.
Or at least
Biden's got cancer.
Standing trial.
For cancer.
Standing trial.
You know, and now Clinton's sick, and oh gosh, you know, and it's just.
Well, you know what?
Funny thing.
There was a wonderful, you know, what happened later in life with Bill Cosby is one thing, but I tell you what, his albums from when I was a kid, Wonderfulness, Why Is There Air, To Russell, My Brother, Whom I Slept With, are some of the funniest things ever. And one of the things he talked about track and field. And he said he always knew that in track and field, if you're not going to win, you come up lame. Oh. You know, and you limp across the finish line so that
Clintons are limping right now.
Well, they're limping right
now.
now.
And then Hillary's like, oh, bravo, President Trump. Okay, fine. She's right.
Yeah, if you're not going to win the dance contest, trip over something. From exhaustion. Yeah, so it's a public display of it's not my fault. Well, guess what? This is your fault, Mr. President, and I call him Mr. President and the other Mr. President. But what was it?
Well, for me, I just have respect for the opposite.
Well, I do too.
Even
but
if they don't, I get what you're saying, but I just don't want to see a president in jail. I don't. Maybe on an island.
Well, but if a president is proven to be Mussolini-esque, I mean, not just rumored to be, but proven to be Mussolini-esque.
Yeah, but
why is a president above the law?
They're not.
Okay.
But
I think you should be
I get it.
below the jail.
Just being honest. I just don't want to see that.
Okay. Well,
and I think for me, my least favorite president is Obama. President Obama. He's my least. I feel like he started the downturn of We Love America. I feel like he started the attitude of, you all owe me something, and you people are, you believe in colonialism and you're bad, and then, and it went on and on. I'm like, all right, you know what? That to me, that's anti-American. So he's my least favorite, even though there were some pretty crummy presidents back in the day. But
back in the not so distant day,
I think he did the most damage. But the good news is we have President Trump now, and he is so wonderful. Peacemaker, peace through strength, and he's doing wonderful things, and we can just be happy about that.
Yep. And gosh, when I read things, I don't know what people. Somebody had the audacity on my Facebook. Sorry, it was TikTok, and they rewrote the words to Charlie's words.
Yeah, that was terrible.
And it was just awful.
Well, I'm much more worried about the guy running for mayor of New York than I am Joe Biden. Joe Biden is
yeah. We got to get him out.
Can't really do much right now. I don't think
Joe
Biden. Mondami.
There's an N there. I think
boy,
Mondami.
Is he a problem?
So we're talking about. I'm sorry. I don't know. Well, we are talking about Cuomo because we don't believe unless Mondami makes, which I think he might have made a terrible error here, because apparently he got illegal funding, right? He got some illegal funding. The sun is coming out, folks. Sorry, some illegal foreign funding for a United States mayoral campaign. Not good. Can't do that. You should know better. So,
but he hates our country, I think. I mean, he hates America.
Well, he hates the city.
Yeah, so
he wants to turn the city into something that it's not supposed to.
The Republican's a great guy, but he cannot win. Sorry, Curtis Silva, and he wears like a red beret, so I love that. He cannot win.
We love you, Curtis.
It.
We truly do.
We do, but
we cannot afford to have this other guy in
Cuomo
power.
Can win, and I know Cuomo kind of messed some things up. He is a Democrat, and I am a tried and true Republican, but it is a municipal government, which is a little different than being a lawmaker, being a legislator. And we cannot afford to have the communist. We cannot. New York City is very important.
Self-proclaimed.
Yeah.
By the way.
He's a communist. He's bad news.
Yeah.
So whatever it takes for him not to win, I don't care what it is. Just
you absolutely have the right to run.
It is worth voting for Cuomo. All the Republicans should vote for Cuomo, and I know I'm going to get a little gut for that because I've been in the Republican Party and gosh, I've done everything in the Republican Party, and I love it. But I love our country, and Mondami is a real problem. We have whatever it takes, we got to get rid of him. And then Curtis could be like the lieutenant or the deputy or whatever.
Mayor?
Deputy mayor.
Well, it could be groomed to be the next mayor. Would that be?
That'd be great.
Would that be possible to have a Democrat mayor and a Republican deputy mayor?
I think so.
Okay. Well.
I'm not sure.
New York City is a wonderful, wonderful place.
And it's very important to our country.
Yes, it is the gateway to the United States for many, many people.
Money.
Really. So we need to make sure that if New York City goes the way of the socialists, of the communists, then it's going to be very difficult for the rest of the states not to start following suit. What do they say? The fish stinks from the head down. So, not saying that New York City is the end all, the greatest city in the history of the world, but a lot of people will say that it is.
By a communist.
We don't need to be run by a communist. Now, if he wants to have a little room somewhere and he wants to print pamphlets and things and try to make the rest of New York State communist, then by God, go for it. But we don't want him as mayor. We don't want him as the mayor of New York. We can't have that. So that's why we are backing. We've been talking about figuring out if I can go sing somewhere, which would be something for Cuomo. Now, I said bad things about Cuomo on this very podcast because they were going to rename the Tappan Zee Bridge. I think they did after his dad, right?
Well, Martin Cuomo is beloved. I mean, and again, not a Republican. I'm always going to vote Republican if I can. And if there's not a communist, it's there to blow up the city. Allegedly.
Yeah, we don't want to have.
It's just too important.
Well, no. What'll happen if he should win? Then what will happen is all the people who have anything in New York City and all the people who work in New York City will be working so that all of these handouts can be given to everybody else. Now, I don't mind. I mean, I will help you push your car off the street. I'll help you change a tire. I'll help you do all that kind of stuff. And I'm not going to give you something to support your lifestyle for free. You're not entitled to that.
We are not communists. So we do not want a communist to run the biggest, well, I guess second biggest city, but maybe the most important city in the country. D.C. and New York. D.C. has the power. New York has the money. And we do not want a communist to be there with the stock exchange and, on all the banks and the headquarters. Oh, my gosh. It's a nightmare. It's a nightmare.
And again, self-proclaimed. We're not making this up.
Yeah.
This is someone who's very proud, and good for you. Good for you for being proud.
Money
to be but that may just.
Nice. Hopefully that'll knock him out.
You think that could knock him out to the point where a Republican could win?
No.
No?
No. Cuomo, it's Cuomo. Cuomo's the only hope. Look, his father was beloved. I mean, he did some good things, but the reason people don't like Cuomo, on our side anyway, is because during COVID, a lot of people died in the nursing homes, and I felt like he left them there, and he didn't handle COVID very well. COVID was terrible, and a lot of people didn't get it right. I'm not making excuses for the man. I'm just saying he's better than a communist, and our guy can't win. Sorry, Curtis, can't win.
There you go. All right. Well, yeah, I remember being very upset with what happened, but, with COVID,
that was a terrible.
Nobody knew what to do with anything. They're all following the ridiculous Oh gosh, I saw something yesterday from this moron in Chicago, Pritzker.
Mm.
Pritzker again, saying, I'm not a doctor, so I don't pretend to blah, 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 blah. Well, come on. Are you still pretending that Fauci had anyone's best interest at heart except his own?
He has a gazillion
Are you
times.
really pretending
He
that?
has a gazillionaire many times over, and a lot of people died from those shots, for sure.
Well, and from the care, and a lot of people died alone from COVID. Absolutely,
and
from
their family
COVID.
members couldn't see them, and that's why a lot of people.
I remember looking through windows.
I did it too. I
Just,
did it too. John and I did not get the shot, nor will we ever.
nope.
I won't even. I won't.
Now they're trying to give the shit away. Pardon my language. There, I swore. Oh no, I'm going to hell. Sorry.
I won't even get a
Trying
flu
to give
shot
them
now.
away.
I won't get a flu shot.
No, I'm afraid they're going to package all this other stuff in there.
Because we get the messages. Hey, you can get a shingle shot or a flu shot. No, thanks. Oh, and then COVID or whatever. No, never. And I was never sick through COVID, not once. I didn't get it for whatever reason.
I think I might have had it before the everybody started getting it, because I remember I had a week where I was like, because I always feel pretty good, and I had a week where I was tired and down. I laid down, but I didn't have any of the bronchial things. I think I got rid of that when I was a kid. Got rid of the asthmatic stuff. But anyway, make sure that you formulate your own opinions. Don't listen to us. Formulate your own opinions. Hopefully we're entertaining. Hopefully we make you think. We give you reason to go do a little research and see if you agree with us or not. And it's okay if you disagree with us. That's fine. We just don't want a self-proclaimed communist to be the mayor of Manhattan, the mayor of New York City.
No, because that really is anti-American. I mean, look, I'm tried and true Republican, conservative, love it. But this is about America now. I mean, we're fighting communism. We literally have to fight communism in our country. And not only that, Sharia law. How about that one?
What in the world?
What in the world? So now, there are laws. I don't remember who's trying to do it to pass laws that Sharia law is outlawed. Also, that you have to
That's President Trump. President Trump is trying to do that.
Well, I think maybe it's starting with another legislator. I'm not sure because I don't want to take away credit from someone.
Right. Sorry.
But Sharia law, are you kidding me? Communism, are you kidding me? No.
Yeah. How can you have it's kind of like trying to formulate a sovereign nation within the United States, or a sovereign neighborhood within it doesn't work. It can't work. Because people will. What are you doing?
I'm getting the timer because I asked Tony how much time we have left.
How much time do we have?
11 minutes. So
okay.
I'm putting the timer on, honey.
Oh, I thought I had the timer on.
Not correctly. Because you didn't know.
I didn't know. I was just estimating.
You were estimating.
But you can't. My gosh, it's like on the Dukes, where we would drive right up to Chickasaw County, and if we set a tire of the General Lee in Chickasaw County, then Sheriff Little could come get us.
Oh.
But he had no jurisdiction over here.
Over that county line.
We can't have that with Sharia law and not Sharia law in the United States of America.
So what they're trying to push, honey.
What? Yeah. What?
Outlaw Sharia law, but also what I think is super duper important is that you cannot be a member of Congress, you cannot be a judge, you cannot be any of these things if you were not born in our country. I'm sorry, but I believe that. I think you should be born in the United States to be able not just to be able to run for president, but to be able to run for really anything, in my opinion. I'm sorry, I know a lot of people would not like that part, but at least federal offices. I don't like anything.
Didn't it used to be that way anyway, or no?
Only for president. No, you can look at the Somali woman who married a brother to get in our country.
Oh my God!
How can she be in Congress? And they're all about Sharia law, and they're it's terrible. So look, President Trump is wonderful, and these legislators see that can absolutely turn the tide and destroy our country, like Mondami.
Yes, because what will happen is there'll be little pockets of places that will tell their states and their federal government, you have no authority here. It'll be Sheriff Little. You have no authority here.
Like if we went to Minnesota and went to a Sharia community, who knows what could happen?
Well, they might cane us. They might throw us off a building. I mean, and who knows what?
Well, not you, me as a woman.
Oh, that's true.
Because they treat women like dogs.
Right. So
allegedly.
Well, not even like allegedly. Yeah, not even like they treat dogs better than they treat women.
I mean, and think about the hostages that came over. All the women died, of course, because they treat women like subhumans. It's very upsetting, and a lot of people did notice that. And it was like the only remaining hostages, living hostages,
were male.
Were male, because they respect males. At least I'm sure they were treated horribly, but I hate to think about what the women went through. Poor dears.
Yeah.
Terrible.
And those same people are trying to take credit for getting the hostages back and supporting Sharia law.
All President
within Trump. But thank you, Governor Abbott. Governor Abbott, there was a big Sharia Islamic, nothing against Islamics.
Sharia's.
But there was a big community being built in Texas that was Islamic, that was going to adhere to Sharia law, and Governor Abbott put a stop to that. Not to the Islamic community, but to the Sharia law part of it.
That's not our law. Hello?
No, and you can't say, because then you get, the argument about well, somebody who's 17 years and 364 days is still not an adult. Tomorrow then you get into these ridiculous legal arguments where was the crime committed? If the crime is committed on that side, then it's United States law. But if it was committed on this side of the street, or in some places, there are actually some bars in the United States of America. There is.
Let's not even talk about Utah.
Oh my gosh, you need a whole drinking Utah is another show. But there's Floribama, which one part of the bar and restaurant is in Florida and the other part is in Alabama. There are different laws.
That's funny.
So you would wind up with that nonsense. Although I think it's pretty great in Floribama.
Because you're on this side of the.
Oh no! Thank God, you killed that woman where there's Sharia law, because you go scot-free. Now, that is a gross exaggeration.
Well, it's 7 minutes, honey, so
but
let's
still.
lighten it up.
So anyway, we love our country. We want to protect it at all costs. We want to make sure that people are free to dream, to be whatever it is they want to be while they're in the United States of America. And we've got the concert this weekend, and it's Saturday.
Tennessee.
And that is going to be one where I use the screen behind me, so you're going to get to see the screen test of Tom Wopat and John Schneider. I think that's pretty great. You're going to see some scenes. You'll see me and Johnny Cash, me and Ray Charles. Me. It's my concert. So what am I going to do? The screen show is a lot of fun. But the band just knocked it out of the park the other day in West Liberty, Kentucky.
Such nice people.
Great people there. My band is so great. So thank you guys. I appreciate it.
But this is a smaller room. They've got screens up, a limited budget. So that changes what you do, of course. So we adapted. And so John's going to go to Albany, Kentucky in the afternoon, do a signing for the Foothills Festival.
Signing.
Where he'll see Aaron Tippin and his minivan. I will have to tease him about
Stop it.
No.
Leave Aaron alone.
Well, but he bought a minivan.
He has children.
Raptor.
I think. I don't know. Anyhow.
But then we're going to do Livingston, which is a really cool spot. It's the Coop. But the showroom is like the Iron and, oh gosh, I'm blanking. Iron and Oak.
Iron and Oak. It's a great room. Wonderful, wonderful room. And we just kind of happened onto it. We wandered in there for lunch one day.
And they said, hey, we want you to perform here. So
well, because cool. they are kin to Kenny Rogers. Mm-hmm. And I knew Kenny, and it's a great, great place. So I think it's going to be a lot of fun. And that's Saturday, right? That's Saturday. Oh, well, we can't tell you to go because it's sold out.
No, there's a handful of tickets left. A handful, like barely.
Not by the time they see this.
Yeah, probably, yeah, because it's right there. So anyway, so the other fun part, because we're coming up on Halloween, we're in Halloween dress. I love Halloween. We bought a couple pumpkins. We put them outside our door. They're still there, of course. Because Madison, they respect pumpkins. They do not steal pumpkins. They don't. Look, all up and down Main Street, everybody's got the decorations. And
Orange lives matter.
That's right. Orange pumpkins matter. But I think I've asked you this before, honey, but think about it again. What's your favorite monster movie? Because I'm wearing the monster movie dress. It is not satanic. It's fun.
I love the heart and soul of Frankenstein.
That's a great movie.
Yeah, and
it's so hard to pick, but I love them all. John and I are going to start watching every night.
But I'm a big fan of Smothered. But that's a Friday the 13th movie.
Why don't you tell them the gist of Smothered?
Smothered is a gruesome horror comedy. You know how in a lot of those kind of slasher movies, it is the guy in the mask that winds up killing all the beautiful buxom college co-eds. Well, in this, all the guys who played the guys in the mask, so Kane Hodder and Don Shanks and Bill Moseley and R.A. Mihailoff and Malcolm Danar, these are all people who've been in the horror movies. They all are having a really slow, we call it Voodoo Con, like a Comic Con, and they get hired to go haunt an RV park for the weekend, and they get killed one at a time by the beautiful buxom college co-ed girl.
And please tell us, how did they get killed?
Well, they get smothered by her buxomness. It's very funny.
Oh, hilarious!
It's very funny, but it is also very gruesome at the same time. So the dance hall pimps did the music for it. The music is great. The movie looks great. And if you go to Cineflix 01, I'll put a link in there. Then you can watch. Actually, you can watch Striper. We did a movie with Kane Hodder, who played Jason, called Striper. It's very similar to it. Anyway, I think you'll like it. That is my favorite. 4 to Go is pretty darn good too.
Oh boy, Dean Cain is such a nice guy, but he was bad in that.
He played Dean Cain from ICE in that. He didn't know it. You don't want to mess with Dean Cain.
Dean Cain is a member of ICE. Good man.
Yes, he's an ICE agent.
Nice. Dean Cain's so
he's
nice.
An ICE agent. So listen for the new song called "We're Pro ICE." We're pro-America, we love apple pie, we honor mom and dad, we say yes sir and no ma'am, we kneel when we pray, look in your eyes when we speak, doing these things don't mean we're weak, we tell you we're pro-life without thinking twice, and like it or not, Zach, we're pro-ICE.
It's a great song.
Folks are doing their job. Anyway, we love you, I think that's it. I think that's
it. 2-minute warning.
Can you speak for 2 minutes?
Oh, hello.
Watch this.
I can speak for 24 hours if I have to. I can't. I've got a lot to say.
They don't call her filibuster Dee Dee for nothing.
I know what you're thinking.
We haven't heard the word filibuster in the news in a while.
True.
Why is that? Oh, and by the way, the government is still on shutdown, lockdown, or it's still closed.
Yeah, a lot of people are suffering. Remember,
it's terrible.
Get paid by the government. I mean, and they're not making any money.
But right. I do believe that President Trump made sure that our military was still paid.
I think so. But there are others.
And of course, Biden is trying to take credit for that as well. Joe, stop. Nobody believes you.
I like The Mummy.
Nobody should. You like The Mummy?
I didn't get to say one movie.
Oh, The Mummy was good. That's what do The Mummy and Frankenstein have in common?
What?
Boris Karloff.
Oh yeah.
Boris Karloff plays both the. He's not the mummy itself. He is the.
He is the mummy.
He is the mummy.
He's the guy that
Quixote. What is his name?
I can't believe I can't remember this.
Quixote.
No. Shoot. I cannot believe it, but he's he's crazy looking. They're like, don't touch me. It's like but really it's because he's like.
He's decaying.
Yeah,
he'll turn to dust if you touch him. Yeah, he's really great, and he talks a lot in it. And what
he's
It's Hotep. It ends with Hotep.
No, it doesn't. Anyway, next week.
Emotep.
Right.
Emotep.
It's like an I. It's like emot something.
Sorry.
I know. Sorry, but I like Dracula too.
What do Frankenstein and the Mummy have in common with the Grinch?
Same voice.
Boris Karloff.
And it's Monster Mash. The Monster Mash.
Well, that's an impersonation. That's not him.
We'll go out on that because we're out of time. The Monster Mash. It was Graveyard Smash.
Out from his coffin, Zach's voice did. Sing. Seems he was troubled. Oh, Drac. Out from his coffin, Drac's voice did ring. Seems he was troubled by just one thing. Opened the lid, shook his fist, and said, "What about happened to my Transylvania twist? It's now the mask." What are we going to do on Halloween? We're way ahead of Halloween.
No, we're going to watch some monster movies and
But
talk
we're way
about
ahead
it.
of Halloween.
And
We've got more.
Well, we don't know the name of the mummy. When we come back, we will know that name. I promise you. Love you guys.
Here. This has been Drinks with Gigi and Don.
Dee Dee and John.
Oh, my God.
Gigi and Don.
Gigi and Don.
You didn't even drink all your drinking.
I know. I
Talking
drank
like
my
that.
coffee. I know. Well,
Love you.
got my tongue. I love you, too. Got my tongue in front of my eye teeth, and I couldn't see what I was saying.
Ah.
You take care. Thanks for
Sweet.
tolerating this. But don't tolerate this clown being mayor of New York. Don't do it.
Bye.
Bye.